motherfucker, that's where I stay.
On the south side, we staying paid, motherfucker.
Hey, what's the word, everybody? It's your boy E.T. Hill. Y'all already know Enough Talk Podcast. And we're bringing y'all another special guest here, KingKThrowed.
Sir.
Yeah. You go ahead and give me a little brief of yourself, you know.
Hey man, what's good everybody, man? It's your boy KingKThrowed, man. Make sure y'all tapping in with me on every platform at official KingKThrowed. On the Clock, the new single just dropped today, produced by Tom Jones. Make sure y'all go stream that.
Yeah.
I'm locked in with my boy E.T. on the EnoughTalkPodcast, and that's Enough Talk.
Hey, no bull. So let's start it off. You know, everybody I always want to know where people from. So where you from?
Man, Missouri City, Texas.
Okay.
Right there. So,
Mocity. That's what's up.
Fort Bend County, man. We in the building.
Yeah, growing up in Mocity, how was it?
Man, it was fun, bro. Just outside playing, hooping. You know, yeah, that's what it was, man. Just having a good time, man. Just growing up, man. It ain't like the old days no more. But
yeah,
man, for the most part, man, I enjoyed it, man. For sure.
Nah, for real. Like, did you experience like the Mocity like events, party days, stuff like that?
No, man, because I went out there too long. Like when my mother passed in 2000, I moved with my grandfather. Not my grandfather, but my dad.
Okay.
So, man, my dad was out there in Alief in Farm Park.
Okay. So you went from the Mo to Apple, man.
Yeah. So, man, he had an apartment in Farm Park. So, man, we was staying out there for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he moved to the Charlestown area.
Okay. So, like, by the time as you left Mocity, like you was graduated already, or you was still in school?
I was still in school.
Okay, so
like when my mother passed, I was still a child. Bro. I was 10.
10.
Yeah,
man. Now with that, if I a little light dive into that, how did that affect your childhood? Because 10 years old is like fourth grade.
Fourth grade, yeah. No,
grade.
better yet. Let me see. When she passed, I said it was 2000. No, I was still in the third grade at the time.
Yeah, okay, third.
So, it happened. Man, I'm just gonna be all the way transparent, bro. It was my 10th birthday.
Yeah.
So, she had called me that morning, and just like how me and you chopping it up right now, that's exactly how we sounded on the phone. We sounded perfect. Like she was perfectly normal. So, about 4 o'clock that evening, my grandparents had left the house because I was staying with my grandparents at the time in the Mo.
Yeah.
So, they finna go to the hospital. I ain't know she had already checked out. I'm thinking they finna go pick her up and bring her home. I'm thinking man, this finna be the best birthday present ever. So man, we at my cousin's house. We get back home, we get back to the Mo that night and shoot my daddy outside. But they ain't got my mom. So my pops outside, they go let him know everything first. So he come back in the crib, we in the crib chilling. He come back in the crib, he crying.
Man.
So I'm like, man, what's going on with him? And then my grandfather came over there, he got tears strolling down his face. And then my grandmother, she don't know what to do. She pacing back and forth in the house. So she looked at us and she was like, man, you know y'all mama not coming back, right? I'm like, oh man, she just needed a few more days in the hospital. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I looked to my grandfather, I'm sitting on his lap, I looked at him. He was like, man, she gone. Gone?
Yeah.
Like, man, on my birthday, bro?
Yeah.
No, y'all, man, look, man, y'all tripping, bro. And the next thing you know, man, probably about an hour later, man, a whole family pulling up to the crib.
Man.
You know, I'm like, man, it had to have been about 50-some people in that house that night, man. Everybody just started pulling up and everybody found out all together. And then, man, throughout that week, everybody all together making funeral arrangements. Like, I didn't even get time to process everything. Like, it was March 15th, I was at her funeral, March 18th. That Saturday. So, man, I didn't even know they did open casket funerals to that day.
No.
So man, we pull up to the church. I get out my pop's truck. I walk in the church. My mama laying there. I'm like, bro, come on, man. That was the last time I saw my mama, bro. I had to see her like that.
And that's deep. That's deep.
As a child too.
No,
so
for real. That's super deep as a man. And just saying as the child mind at the time, like third grade, you just understanding certain subjects, and, you know what I'm saying, all of that.
Just learning math.
Yes, the fractions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like, god dang, man. If you don't mind me asking, like, what was the passing of the health issue?
Man, she had it was something going on with her heart.
Okay.
So I would probably say more than likely it was probably like a heart attack due to an overdose. From what I heard, it was an overdose of medicine. So it's like, man, because I had seen her a couple of days before she had passed, and she was hooked to all these IVs and stuff, man. It was brutal, bro.
Yes.
So it's like that day, I guess, man, it was just too much going on. My uncle told me she could have been saved, but man, the doctors had got to it too late. So, man, it was just a lot going on that day, man. I'm just finding more and more about it as I get into my adulthood. But on the cool, man, I'm kind of like, it's kind of easier dealing with it now at 35 than it would have been at 10, because now I probably would have crashed out. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, losing my mama. But it's like,
especially
man,
on your birthday.
On my birthday.
Yeah.
So, man, at 10, man, you know, you ain't just too developed in the mind at the time, so it's kind of like, it was easier for me to process as a child than it would be right now at my age. So,
yeah, because the attention span and the consumption ain't that, you know what I'm saying, quick or fast or deep.
Sure,
for
bro.
you, especially third grade, like you said, it's third grade, that's deep, bro.
And then my little brother was 9 at the time, and then my little sister was only 2.
Oh,
So
yeah, all y'all to
we
where
was
like,
young, bro.
yeah, damn, the birthday leading into being a family reunion type, you know, memorial type of time, and it's like, man, but yeah, that's super deep, man. Then that means your birthday coming up soon, huh?
My birthday was in March. I turned 35 in March.
Damn, so they went from March
15th.
Oh yeah, you said March 15th. My bad. I'm thinking May 15th.
No.
You said that. My bad.
No, but man, it's like, I probably know where you about to go with it. So it's like, man, when my birthday come up, like, how do I deal with it on my birthday? No, I've adjusted to it now. At first, it used to be like, man, I used to look at the clock every day on my birthday. Like 4 p.m., that's when she passed. So I would sit there and look at the clock like, man, it's been another year. Man, it's been another year. Now it's been 25. So it's kind of like, man, it's easier to deal with now, especially now that I got kids too. So it's like, shoot, man, I just enjoy my birthday now. I'm pretty sure that's what she would want me to do.
Man, so for real.
Yeah.
Man, condolences to that, man. Off top.
Sure.
Man, but going back, okay, now let's go to the Alief part. When you moved to Alief, but as you said, it sounded like y'all didn't live that long in Alief.
Yeah, we weren't there too long in Farm Park.
Yeah.
So my pops ended up getting a house. I went to Best Elementary.
Hey, I went to Betty Best too. Because I was on Club Creek. I was on Club Creek, so yeah, that's our elementary.
So I went to Best, but then when he got the crib, he had got a house in Sharpstown. So I still ended up going to Clinchman for a year too.
Yeah, Clinchman too.
So I went there for a year, and then he got another house in Sugarland. So he done moved us to the suburbs now. So man, we out there with the white folks.
Not for real.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but we weren't out there too long though. But man, it was pretty cool being out there though.
Yeah. Okay. So how the childhood growing up in? Because you mainly went to spend most of your childhood in you can say Sugarland.
I probably could say that.
Yeah. So how's it like? Cause we know people from Sugarland, but we don't really hear much.
Sugarland was weird, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Sugarland was weird. I would have rather have spent my time in Alief for sure, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Out there in Farm Park, bro. Even though it was a lot going on out there at the same time. But no, man, Sugarland was definitely weird, though. Cause man, it's like it was a whole new adjustment for me, because it's like, man, we in predominantly white schools, the black kids taught white. It's like, man, everybody out here skateboarding. They got DCs on and hoodies, and like, bro, it was definitely an adjustment for sure, though, bro.
Nah, this is my first time hearing like detail of Sugarland. Cause like it is like, okay, you got Alief, there was a suburb, then it's mixed. And the same thing happened with Mocity. Like you got some Mocity, the Missouri City type of area, like Fresno and shit
for
like
sure.
that. Tier 1. And you know that's more like a little hoodish, you know what I'm saying,
for
type.
Sure.
You know, as of similar to Alief.
It's two sides of Mocity now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Man, you got Richmond, Broadgate, and all that on one side, and then when you go on the other side of Fort Bend Tollway, that's where all the good stuff, Sienna Plantation, Tilray, Lakeshore Harbor, that's where all that's at. So,
yes, and then we know Sugarland for sure is just that proper zone. We ain't never heard nothing bad about them. You just know not to go over there, not to get in trouble over there, not to play with.
You gotta be crazy to get in trouble.
For sure. It's that, the only time we got close to Sugarland probably First College Mall.
Yup. Yeah, but I'm telling you, they got the First County Mall. They got a nice mall out there and everything, bro. Like, man, all the stores is big out there, all that, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, nah, for real. That's the closest that we get to. But then, okay, when did it comes down to artistry, the influence of want to be a rapper, and then I see your genre is gospel, right?
Rap,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when did this start and get implanted to you? High school, after school?
Ooh, man, it's crazy. That's a good question because it wasn't even always gospel rap for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, man, like I said, I've been rapping since I was a child, bro. I was about 6, 7 years old, bro. And man, my uncle, my mama, they always had music playing. Like they would have these little get-togethers, playing dominoes, playing cards, whatever. Man, and they had a lot of UGK playing, a lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony playing. Like I memorized Busy Bone Thug Love verse when I was a child. So, and my mama had me recited, and that's kind of where everything started because she was the first one that knew that I was really just rapping. And then at 12, I started recording music, little karaoke machine times. I ain't gonna cap. I wasn't getting into the studio at that time, so, and it would be that, but it was just secular rap for me until I got in high school. And I was working at Kroger at the time. This is back when my pops moved all the way to Spring, Texas at this point. So now we inclined. So So yeah, man, this lady came up to me with Lecrae CD after the music stopped. So I'm like, what's this? I'm out there pulling carts and stuff like that. So she walked up on me. She was like, I think you should check this out. So I took the CD, I went to the crib, I checked it out. I said, whoa. Oh man, you can do this and you can rap for God and sound like this. I said, all right, cool. But I still didn't make the transition at the time.
Yeah.
So man, I was still doing my thing because I was like, man, people thought Christian rap or gospel rap, whatever y'all want to call it, they thought it was corny. So man, I was still doing my secular thing, you know what I'm saying? And then I made the transition to gospel rap literally about a year ago. So this was 2024. I took a couple years away from music to even think about it because I had my daughter in 2022. So I was like, man, I'm gonna chill, you know, help my wife out with my daughter for a little bit and just relax and think about what I want to do next. So when I made the transition, man, that's when everything started happening. It's like, man, I dropped the single. My first single was Walking. I wrote and produced that. So man, everything started coming together. I got the first interview. Lady Nate, shout out to you. She gave me my first interview as a gospel artist. Then that interview led to Bad Streets with Cole. Shout out to Bad Streets with Cole. Then from Bad Streets with Cole to YFT, your favorite Twala. Shout out to her. She gave me, that was Instagram Live, by the way. We did that. And then now is you.
Yeah.
And she introduced me, your favorite Twala. She shared you in my DM.
Yeah.
And that's how we locked in.
Yeah, shout out.
So man, here we are. So bro, it was basically like a domino effect, bro.
Guaranteed. For the first implant, the first message of, I think you should, because it's like, as you would sit there and think, I'm very big on energy, messages, like signs, all of that, because I live by like everything happens for a reason. It matters if it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Everything is, the process is for a reason, right? So when like how you said, as if the first lady introducing it to you, because I'm sure like before that, your rap style, like you didn't have a single out, you didn't just get that serious, or would you just playing around?
I had music, I took the music down because I rebranded.
I understand.
So it's like, at first I wasn't gonna do it. I was not transitioning to gospel rap, but I was gonna keep the gospel rap and the secular rap music up because one of the homies was like, man, let them see that transition.
Yeah.
But then I was kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna fully rebrand the gospel rap. You know what I'm saying? At first I wasn't gonna even keep the KingKThrowed name either because I was like, bro, man, that's a technical term in Texas. You know, like saying throw is us like getting drunk or doing this or doing that or something look good or stuff like that. But then my brother-in-law, a pastor, so he was like, man, it can stand for something. THROWED, to hear righteousness over wickedness every day. So
hear righteousness
over wickedness every day.
Fire. Yeah, that's fire.
So I was like, man, okay, bet. Man, we gonna rebrand it, we gonna stick to that. So it was just like, bro, that's where we at right now with it.
Yeah, just saying, like I say at first, then that lady just, who knows what it was for that lady to introduce it to you. And then when you do it, when you go listen to the song or listen to the tape or whatever, the CD that she you know what I'm saying, give you what, and then that implant in you.
Yeah,
and
I was 17 at the time that happened.
Yeah, man, and then that shifts to a whole, as if you was gonna like, you know what I'm saying, just stop it or whatever type, you know, whatnot, of course, with the leading to parenthood, you know, fatherhood, and then, yeah, and it still made sense and it still worked out, basically.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
100%.
like a stress to where you trying to balance both, you know what I'm saying, or just even like how you were saying, balance the name, like, yeah, that's fire though.
Yeah, my wife told me to keep it too, because at first I was like, nah, man, I'm just go by my government name. She
I was
like,
gonna say, what was you gonna name yourself? What was gonna be the artist's new artist?
Shoot, it was either gonna be Kerry Fisher, that's my real name, Kerry Fisher Jr., or it was gonna be Kerry Leon.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna go by my actual name. I'm gonna get away from this thing altogether. But now my wife was like, cause she liked the name, KingKThrowed. She liked it.
Yeah.
So she was like, no, just keep it.
I ain't gonna lie, it's legendary, similar to that K right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, man, like just keep it. You already done so much under it, and plus it's tattooed on me, so it's like, no, just keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
And man, it's been working out, man. No. She was real big on me transitioning too, because at first she wasn't even sharing none of my music back when I was doing secular rap, but now it's like when I'm dropping, she don't hesitate now. So then
impact.
My church behind me, man, and that's really the biggest part of it, man. Having the children look up to you doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, yeah, it's been insane for me, bro. I'm grateful.
Nah, that's fire. Okay, so when do the series come in? The series, what is it called again?
Golly Hours. I did the first one. The first one came out in 2024, May 3rd.
Okay.
So maybe a year tomorrow.
And that was like your first EP album project type? Okay.
And then I did the second one. I dropped that one in August. And right now I'm doing a third one. And that'll be out, man. I don't even know when it's gonna be out, but I know it's been
on time, man.
I'm adding 3 additions to it. So I'm working with like a few of my favorite producers, G Money, Tone Jones, Easy the Producer. I went to school with Easy the Producer too, so it's like, man, we almost 20 years locked in, so he'll be doing Golly Hours 4. I got G Money doing 3, and then Tone Jones will do Golly Hours 5.
Okay. Have you ever did visuals?
I'm working on that.
Okay, because I was about to say.
I'm definitely working on that. That's actually my next step. And that's kind of where I wish I would have did a lot of that last year, because I think that's where it's at right now. Like, content, bro. Like, I understand you could never have enough music, but man, content, bro, mic checks, all that stuff like that, man, you could never have enough of that stuff.
Yeah, because I can't say me ever seeing a gospel artist or a gospel rap music video. So that's why I'm sitting here trying to see, like, how would that be presented?
That's gonna be big, bro. And I was thinking about that driving here. I was like, bro, I gotta make a name for myself in this city as a gospel rapper, bro. Because I be seeing yo stories, I be seeing Back Streets with Co stories, and I see all these artists, bro. And they hard, don't get me wrong, but man, ain't nobody standing on the gospel.
Yeah, that's
where I'm kind of like, man, that's where I could come in, bro.
Guaranteed. Me as of like a person that pay attention to so much type of stuff and genres and styles and all of that, I can't say or remember a name of gospel artist like of something that I saw. That's why I say I ain't never saw a music video to where like I'd be interested in seeing that. Y'all bringing like them verses, them stories, them messages to life and stuff. Man, I know it could be something, and it'd be impact. I just say, like, you can get with that right director, a person that see your vision, creative as heck, as you like bringing them lyrics to like for real visual life. Man, I know that'd be so amazing. For real. Then again, like how you said, that is that's an open lane to where, again, can't name nobody to where, it ain't polluted, it ain't like
that's
oppressed.
The big thing right there,
ain't a lot of people to where you be shadowed and overshadowed and all of that, but you'll be able to do your thing. And there's a lot of churches out there too.
Yeah, for real, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And man, you hit it right on the head, bro. It's like, that's what's gonna separate me from everybody. Even though, man, I'm in the same boat, man, we all trying to build something, but man, you show up to these events and you the only gospel rapper in the building, I mean, it ain't really nothing wrong with that, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the thing that kind of like hold me back just a tad bit. Is like, man, do I want to go do this show? Do I want to go do that show and be the only gospel rapper there?
Facts.
And I remember talking to Lady Nate about that. And I was like, man, if I show up to your events, it's a very high chance I'm gonna be the only gospel rapper there. And she was like, that's okay.
That is.
Like, she was like, that's okay.
That is, bro.
Like, man, the Holy Spirit don't discriminate, bro.
At
like,
all.
man.
And not even that, the Texas and Houston culture and diversity don't discriminate.
Facts.
Yes, we have our humor where we joke around and we criticize, but we still will be jamming and representing it. You know what I'm saying? If it's knife, if it's throw, we gon' mess with it for sure.
It's long,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Shoot, all you gotta do is make it sound good, bro. Make it entertaining. That's it.
And impact to where it's relatable to everybody. They gonna mess with it. I promise. Like, you know, we not no city to where we reject. We reject BS and the fraudulentness and stuff like that. But you know, with how Texas and Houston love is, we open arms. We love everything. We love every race. We love every food, culture, all that type of shit, bro.
Hey, what you be eating?
Yeah,
What you be out here eating?
I
Everything?
ain't gonna, I'm a picky eater though. I'm a different person.
Hey, you sound like my wife, bro.
Yeah, for real, bro. We were just talking about this on a monthly episode type shit, but I'm just saying to where like the variety and the options of what the culture gives.
Absolutely.
For real. To where like with you coming in there, showing that, doing that, what? Yeah, it'll be probably like, you know, some mugs and mugs and this and that, but
that's cool.
It's still gonna touch.
I've been through that already anyway.
Exactly.
So it's like,
so you should be immune to that, and then it leads to where like you still what I can say prevail and penetrate through that though, and you still impact them, and they won't forget you.
And that's important too, bro. And that's kind of the biggest thing for me is just not only making an impact but spreading the gospel at the same time, because it's what's needed, bro. And I had one of my homies, man, text me yesterday, and he was like, man, I gotta commend you, bro, because like when it really come to Christ, like, bro, you stand on business about that. And it's not even just like I'm just this big and bold disciple, bro. It's just that I want to be the example of what a man should be, bro. Like, I'm married. I've been married 10 years. I don't got no baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? I got all 3 of my kids with my wife. So it's like, man, I'm raising 2 boys, and I got a daughter. My daughter, the youngest. So, man, I want to be the first man she see, and I don't want her to settle for less. And then when my sons is looking up to me, it's the same ball game, man. I want you to treat your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, the same way I treat y'all mama. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the biggest thing for me, bro. It's just not only being a disciple, but being the man of God and setting that example in this city. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, for real.
I got a question to ask. So, did you see that type of guidance and leadership, like from your parents, from your grandparents?
My grandparents.
Grandparents.
Mainly my grandmother, because my grandmother kept me in the church, especially after my mama passed. So I was going to church with her. Now, I'm going to keep it all the way real. Up until I got into my adult years, I was always a foot in and a foot out.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was in the church, but man, I was still doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I was still messing with the females, still doing X, Y, Z and stuff like that, smoking, drinking, and all that. So it's like, I'm gonna be transparent about that. But man, when I really got true conviction, like I said, when I finally transitioned in the gospel rap is when I got true conviction. Because I understand now I gotta hold myself to a high standard. Like, you can't be a character in the church, bro.
Yeah, for real.
You can't, bro. Like, God gonna take that costume, he gonna take that mask off real quick, bro. So it's like, you can't be a character in the church, and man, it's sad to say, but it's a lot of characters that are in the church.
Yeah, guaranteed.
And it's like, man, people wanna say it's judgmental when you call it out, but man, the Bible says judge righteously. Correct. So it's like, you know, it is what it is, but I had to hold myself to a higher standard, and the people around me gonna get held to that same standard.
Guaranteed.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want to get in the booth, and that's the beauty about what I do now, because I don't have to put a costume on in the booth no more. Exactly. So I can get in the booth and be myself, and I'm gonna go home and be myself at the same time. It's like now KingKThrowed and Kerry the same person.
It is.
At first it was Kerry is this person and KThrowed is that person. Yeah. And it's like now I don't have to just go in the booth and be KThrowed. I can go in the booth and be secure. So it's like,
yeah, man, and that's what's something that I push too, like full originality and self-love, be yourself, all of that type of stuff. Because we do have some that where social media will change you. You'll change yourself by social media appearance. You'll change yourself by your occupation. Matters if you're a type of artist, an actor, or a designer, or an artist, like all that type of stuff. I saw so many people like lose themselves, you know what I'm saying, and not be their original self to where, you know, and a person like me, I learned of what not to be. Like me watching other people being on that type of stuff taught me like, oh, just be your full self. And I've been getting love and recognition and all of that type of great energy by me just being myself, not me being anybody else. And I don't think I ever like attempted or tried to be something else. So
that's because your authenticity is being blessed, bro.
Yeah.
And God see that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the season I'm in right now is in my life. Seeing how all the opportunities and stuff is coming because of my authenticity.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gotta sell my soul. I ain't gotta be no character to go do this and do that. Man, if it's for me, it's for me.
Correct.
And just going back to what you were saying, like, man, timing. Man, timing is everything. It's gonna happen according to His plan. I ain't gotta rush nothing. It don't gotta be this right now. It don't gotta be that right now. But I know as long as I'm prayed up and I'm consistent in what it is that I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Nah, for real though, man. And then the next thing we got is that your single. You got a single out, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just dropped the single.
Dropped it today, man. On the clock, man. Produced by the homie Tone Jones, man. Shout out to him. Man, shout out to my boy Miguel at West Belford Studios for mixing that thing.
Yeah, I saw that West Belford. They have, like, not to cut you off with your message, but they like a new upcoming studio, right? Yeah, because
they just opened up this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just opened up a couple months ago, man. Dope engineer, man. Dope atmosphere, man. Y'all go check them out.
Yeah, man. Nah, for real. Nah, that's nice though. Yeah, you just dropped a single. Yeah, now we need a visual for that single, man. For sure. Even for the other EPs too, we need some visuals for
for sure. That's why I say, man, it's gonna be a crazy summer, man, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? Just balancing family, doing all this and all that. But man, God got me.
Nah, for real. Now, let's talk about the stableness of even, like, it don't have to be specific of your mental health, but just of how to carry that mental health and stable that mental health to where you don't feel discouraged or, I don't know if you do at times or, keeping hope, keeping faith of what you do, what's your mission, you know what I'm saying, all around. It don't just have to be just artistry, mental health ain't just with just artistry, it's just with being a human being, period.
Yeah, so, man, that's a dope aspect, by the way. So, it's like, man, how I deal with it now, I don't think I'm too bad mentally anymore for the simple fact that I'm not really much of a victim to my circumstances no more. And a lot of times, like I always say, life gives what you give it.
Right.
So man, if you were to wake up every single day and you just in a mind state where you always mad or you always depressed, you always this, you always that, I feel like when you complain about life gonna give you more to complain about. So it's like, man, E.T., if you ever going through something, right? By all means, man, we human and we gonna hurt and we gonna have feelings, but at the same time, man, you got two choices. Man, you can either be a victim to them circumstances or you can rise above them. And one thing I've learned is just to rise above it. No matter how challenging it gets, man, I'm gonna trust Him. I'm gonna get in that gospel and I'm gonna just be understanding that, bro, this is just a season. All this is temporary, bro. Man, you ain't gotta be suicidal. You ain't gotta be this. You ain't gotta go pop pills, get drunk. You don't gotta do none of that, man. Just go do it. Because, man, it rains on the just and the unjust. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to understand, like, man, when you give your life to Christ, that don't mean all your problems gonna go away instantly. It just now you have a source to trust with all your problems. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, just be prayed up.
Yeah.
Man, keep your head up, man, keep your faith. And man, just maneuver through whatever it is you gotta maneuver through. You talking to a man that lost his mama on his 10th birthday, man. You know what I'm saying? I took the greatest loss I would ever take in my life as a kid, bro. So whenever a storm hit me as a grown man, hey man, it is what it is, man. Head up, chest out, bro. We gonna get through it.
No, for real. And just for the ones that don't know, for the ones that do know, me, I'm not a full, perfect human being. I got sickle cell. Recently, right now, dealing with like a leg issue to where my talus is bone a little dying, all that type, to where they trying to have me go through procedure, all that type of stuff. And that's why I say, like, as of with life chapters, everything happens for a reason. You don't really just because a situation or an issue happened, it don't mean that just like, oh, bad luck and all of that. No. And then again, like how you said, but I said in a different way, the energy that you put out is the energy that you receive.
Facts.
So when you put out good energy, it's when you put out good energy, it's gonna come back.
Yeah.
And also when you stand on a good aspect or a rate type of stuff, yes, the bad energy is going to test you. Like, you're going to get tests.
Period.
That's just life.
Especially following God, bro. Like, you are on your faith will be tested.
For real.
I'll tell you first, and you gonna be tested, bro.
You gotta get tested in order to get strength. Like trial and error. It's called trial and error.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to where, like, yes, and again, like, you gotta break through your weaknesses or go through that to get stronger, for sure, bro. So
yeah, most people fold during the test.
yes, guaranteed.
They fold, bro.
Yeah.
And man, you're not gonna get to your man. I honestly believe the greatest blessings you will ever receive not gonna come to you without a testimony.
Guaranteed. They not just gonna give you and then, man, then the other part with that is to see if you can handle it. Because we will be asking and trying to manifest certain things that we want or this and that, but you don't even know if that's in your need, and you don't even know if you prepared for that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, as if you keep asking, the universe, God will give you that, and then you'll fumble it or whatever type, even though it sounds like that you would never, like, you know, be able to balance or handle it or whatever. We just saying timing. That's what, as if I say, everything happens for a reason, timing, and also is it necessary, is you in your needs for that time or chapter that you in. You know, so, but nah, that's facts, because boys do.
Think about it like this too, E.T. Man, what if God gave us everything we desired right now? We wouldn't even need him. We wouldn't even trust him. It's like, man, look, I need this, I need that, I need it by tomorrow. You give me everything I desire by tomorrow. Man, I don't need you no more.
You don't have needs no more.
Basically. I don't got needs no more. I ain't got no worries no more. So I ain't got to pray no more. I ain't got to read my Bible no more. I ain't got to go to church no more. Man, look, I got what I need, so man, I'm going to go ahead and do what I want to do.
Exactly.
No, man.
Nah, for real.
Man, we got to stop treating God like a genie, man.
Nah, for real.
Because, like, I'd rather have what he desires for me, man, because my desires, man, look, oh, that's fleshly, bro. Like, man, whatever he going to give me, man, it's gonna come on his timing and it's gonna be fruitful at that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
For sure, purpose. Everything has its purposes, man. Yeah, I want y'all to understand that and accept. And what I think it is with us humans beings, it's the acceptance. It's the
needing validation.
Yes, like we really don't be wanting to accept the reality. You know what I'm saying? We either so hooked into the past sinkhole, or we just so anxious for the future. When you have to accept the present reality or where you at that moment, you know what I'm saying? Then you will know your actual needs, you know, besides of the wants and the lustful and stuff, you know, ways. But yeah, man, like, it's a process. You gotta be strong in process, man. Like, but yeah, I can go all day with this type of stuff because how my mental and energy is. Like, I'm so serious on signs and energy and all that type of stuff, man. Really?
And see, and I meant to say this too, like, as far as you dealing with sickle cell, like, bro, you could be depressed at home right now just complaining about that. But the fact that you moving and doing a podcast and you putting your energy into something more positive, bro, man, you being blessed for that, bro. And that's why I was saying, like, your authenticity is being rewarded, because, man, you could easily worry about, man, what the devil trying to do to you. But it's like, man, God got me doing this. I'm on my purpose, man. I'm on my calling. And man, I'm going to stand firm in that. And we can worry about all this other stuff later. But you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, you might not even have to worry about all the other stuff, man, as long as he in control. So it's man, that's how I try to maneuver in life, man. Let me do this. Let me put all my focus on this. Because, man, bills come every 30 days. That's cute, bro. Man, my life could be this way and that way. Oh, that's cute, bro. But you know what, man? If I focus on this and keep my faith in this and keep my faith in him, bro, man, all that other stuff gonna vanish, bro. And this thing, you're gonna be like, man, I ain't even dealing with all that no more, man. I feel like a whole new person, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing no tripping no more and all this and all that because, man, you so tunnel visioned on what it is that's bringing you peace.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. On the mission, on the reason, and on the necessaries. For sure. Because, man, growing up, just as it was with Sugarland, I ain't trying to make this more about me, but I had a lot of doubtful, like, the negative force brought a lot of doubtful messages to me. 10 years old, I'm hearing mom friends saying, oh, you got sick as hell, dang, somebody died at 12. I don't think I'm gonna make it to 12. 12 years old, 14 years old, I'm hearing, oh, somebody, dang, this person just died with it at 16, 18. I don't think I'm gonna make it past high school. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that to where I had doubtful checkpoints to where it was seeming as I wouldn't become this far, this and that. Then when it came to high school, it's just finding myself and exploring myself and being myself, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I'm doing and understanding why I'm consuming these type of energies and recognitions and grateful moments, spotlights and all this type of stuff. And as a fast forward leading to present time of the mission, like people, as ones that know what's the mission for Enough Talk and for Texas type stuff, but just explaining that as boys is full human to where like boys experienced and ran into those negative force to trying to be doubtful and trying to discourage me.
And that's the worst time. That's the worst time to try a child, man. With bad to try somebody with bad energy is when they're a child.
Yeah.
Because man, a child's mind is far more, if I'm saying it correctly, it's far more absorbent.
Correct.
Especially to any kind of energy.
Yes.
And that's why you got to be careful what they watching on TV, the video games that they playing, like how you know what I'm saying, how you talking to them. Man, preach positive affirmations into your children. Because I was one of those kids, I was bullied, bro, and I was bullied at school and at home. So it's like, man, my father's wife wasn't too fond of me, especially that I'm his junior too. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, like just going through that and then dealing with it at school. And man, and stuff like that. And I used to just grow up and feel like, man, I wasn't this, I wasn't that. Going back to what you were saying, like, man, just dealing with all that stuff in school, like, man, I ain't gonna be nothing. Then I ain't play no sports in high school either. So I was like, man, what direction my life gonna go in? So music was really my therapy, bro, like for real. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, again, going back to what you was talking about as far as finding yourself. Like I had to go through the same process, man, just finding myself and, and just really tapping into that. And I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm even standing here today at 35. It's like, man, just really just tapping into my purpose, man, tapping into my gift and what God gave me. And I just feel like, man, that's just something, if anybody watching this, but I feel like that's just something everybody should do, man. Tap into what it is that you need to tap into, bro. And if ain't nobody speaking positive into you, speak enough positive into your life. You could never have enough talk speaking positive into your life, bro. Like, speak enough positive affirmations in your life for anybody else that ain't speaking it for you, as far as your parents, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, bro. Because ain't nobody responsible for your purpose but God and yourself.
Yep, and self for real. And action, just put it in action, man. Don't worry about no beginning results and get doubtful. It don't bring the goal. Do not come in the beginning. It do not come in the beginning. They come like probably the third chapter. First half is gonna be doubtful as heck. Second, the third half to the fourth, you're gonna see the progress. You're gonna see the necessary, the reminders and all of that type of stuff. And people consuming it, matters if they telling you good or not, they still consuming it, and that's the mission of just that it's impacting something, it's touching is hearing, is being heard, is being saw, like, seen, all of that type of stuff. So the points get across for sure. Matters if they reveal it or not, that it don't. But for real, bro.
Yeah. I like how you put that in quarters, because my rookie year as a gospel artist was brutal. Like, it was brutal as far as music, bro. It just, man, like, it just coming into gospel rap, and God showing me how quick people can turn on me. And like, it ain't even just gospel rap, it's just coming into your purpose, period.
Correct.
And I guarantee you, like, bro, when your podcast, when your purpose really get to them heights, bro, everybody ain't gonna come with you, bro. And I learned that in my first year. Like, bro, I was like, what? Man, I thought you was my bro, man. And bro, this how you been feeling about me? Like, oh, come on, bro. But man, like, when you really tap into your anointing, bro, man, your anointing come with greatness, and greatness gonna always come with hate.
Facts.
It's gonna come with hate, bro. And most of the hate that's gonna come with your anointing is never gonna come from strangers, bro. It's never gonna come from strangers. It's always gonna be somebody close to you. That's how the enemy try to get you distracted. Like, he gonna use somebody close to you. Ain't gonna never be no stranger, because you ain't gonna be affected by what no stranger's saying. It's like, I'm gonna be hurt by something that I thought somebody, my brother, was saying. Like, bro, what? Come on, man. This how you feel about me, bro? Man, oh, you don't want me to do this? Man, you ain't bother me when I was doing secular rap. You ain't bother me when I was out there in the world doing all this willy-nilly stuff, but now I want to be a man. I want to stand on some principles and all this and all that, and you affected by that?
No, for real, man.
Come on, dog. But man, God got to remove some people, man, for you to get to the next level. And he going to remove some more people when you get higher and higher. It is what it is, man. It's brutal getting to the top, but man, you got to get there some kind of way, bro. Like,
for real. Understand. Everything happens for a reason.
Facts, man.
So just please accept and keep going. For sure. But man, so, we like about to be in the first half of the year. So you got the series. It's more series coming out. You got 3 or 4 on the way, right?
Another 3.
You said what is this? What?
Another 3.
Oh, another 3. Oh, so another 3. So 3, 4, 5.
It'll be 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 3, 4, 5 on the way. Just dropped the single, more visuals. What's your plans for the next half?
The next half, again, just more content, more interviews, man, just more, period, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be so busy, bro, because man, you could just never do enough, especially when you really just, up and coming. Like, you want to be consistent, because like, if you just go on it, like, even if you go on a 3-month, 6-month, or a whole year of a drought, they gonna forget about you, bro. They gonna go to the next person.
Guaranteed.
And you gotta be the same way with a podcast. You gotta be the same way with anything that you're tapping into, bro. You don't wanna be forgotten. You wanna leave your stamp. You wanna leave your legacy. Man, you just wanna stand on what it is that you're doing, bro. Because, man, what you doing, ET, is important for this city, man. For real, bro. Even if you don't see how important it is right now, bro, like, what you doing is important for this city, bro. And I understand that the magnitude of what I'm doing is just as important. And that's why I gotta be consistent, especially with my church being behind me, man. My pastor listen to my music, bro. And that's really what blew me, because man, I walked in a church one day, man. It was one Sunday. I walked in, man. He walked up and shook my hand and said, "What's up, KingKThrowed?" I was like, "What?"
That's fine.
Hey, bro, mind you, man, my pastor white, bro. So it's like, man, he just walked up on me, man, KingKThrowed, man. What's up, bro? I'm like, man, I wore this shirt to church one day, bro, man. They don't bother me or nothing like that. They understand what it is that I'm on, and everything, bro. They 100% behind me, bro, and that is absolutely big. And my wife always told me that, like, man, once you do it the right way, you're gonna see all the fruit, bro.
Guaranteed.
And man, the Bible say you shall know them by their fruit. So man, it is what it is, man. So
and that with that, because what you were saying, me, I look at when getting certain message, this and that, they let me know necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So with, you know what I'm saying, your pastor recognizing, you know what I'm saying, and giving your recognition, that was a necessary moment. That was letting you know what you do is necessary. You're necessary of what you're doing.
Man.
And you're going to keep getting those messages, bro. For real. You're going to keep getting those messages. Because with me, yes, like how we were saying, we were sitting there thinking that people ain't paying attention. And then, like, I'm running to old classmates. They, what you do now, this and that? Because they know for doing parties and shifting to this.
Yeah.
And they, what you doing, this and that, etc. And then I'll show them the podcast or show them the interview. Oh, this you? I ain't even know this. I'm like, oh, so people do be out here watching. AKA receiving and consuming that boys is a necessary, like of what we doing. So when you get them checkpoints, necessary checkpoints, basically, that's what I would call them. And keep going, man.
Keep shout out to you, Pastor Jonathan. Shout out to Victory Worship Center, man. 809 West Road, man. Come check us out.
Yeah.
And man, back to what you were saying though. Like I had a brother in my church come to me on Instagram.
Yeah.
He DM'd me a video, and man, his kids were singing my songs, bro. I was like, bro, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And then it was just like you was saying, like people really paying attention, bro. I'm like, man, these little kids is coming up to me, man. I got a song called "I'm On It," and man, I walk into church, man. One of his little boys walked up to me and said, "Kerry, I'm on it, bro." I'm like, what? I'm like, man, bro,
that's fire.
Bro, it's crazy,
that's
dog.
Fire.
Like, this is crazy, bro. But it's like, man, it just shows me the impact that I'm making, bro, with children. So it's like that. It just made me want to just keep going that much more.
Yes, and that's the mission, to impact the youth.
Yeah.
Because they the future. They gonna be our future viewers, listeners, eyes, and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The ones, and then we will be influencing them and giving them hope and belief to do when it's their turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's fire. Because, boys experience, what was it, career day, 3rd or 4th grade. By the time I made it home, I'm getting comments, hey, you came to my school. I was like, bro,
I seen that, bro. I was like,
it
that boy E.T. moving like that, bro.
It impact. That's all. And so, man, we necessary for sure. I feel like every human being is necessary, but like I say, we do lose ourselves and forget how to be humans and understanding what human nature is. We try to live all these other types of lives and all these tech AIs and all the artificial, type of ways. But now we humans. We meant to do what we do and go through and be how we be. You know what I'm saying? Sure, nobody's good, nobody's super bad, all that type of stuff. We just human beings going through human natures. You know?
But for sure though, man, keep up that good work, bro. That was dope to see, man. You was in that school doing that, bro. Man, you don't know how many kids you inspired that day, bro. Like, for real, bro.
For real.
Like, that is important. That's a dream of mine, bro. I hope one day I get invited to a school.
Soon.
Like, man.
And then this is what I want to say. A lot of things that we want to do and we think that we're not able to or we wouldn't fit into, but it's easier than we think. You just gotta apply pressure. Just apply it. I promise you'll be able to get in them doors and get it into to them ears and to them type of people if you really apply, study, and try. You know what I'm saying? Attempt. Because I don't even go by the word trying anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Trying is just a word. It's not an action. But attempting is the action of trying. You know what I'm saying? So when you attempt, you go through trial and error. You're either able to or not able to. Then you'll figure out why you wasn't able to. You didn't qualify this and that. Meet those. You in there. You in the dope. So, man, hey, man, that's I can't shit another time right for real, but nah, this is a good session for sure, and for sure needed, like at the moment for sure, man. Like how you said, as your mission for the rest of the year is just applying pressure, consistency, networking, getting in front of your showing who you are, putting the face with your brand. You know what I'm saying? More content with your messages, with your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? With your singles and stuff like that. And man, it's gonna get there, bro. Just keep applying, and consistency is key. That's the mission. And shit, bro, you're gonna see the checkpoints of necessary, and you know what I'm saying, of where you need to be for sure, man.
For sure, man.
All the way. But man, you giving your platforms. I think we didn't connect it to everything all the way, huh?
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all tapping in with me. Official KingKThrowed.
Yeah.
KingKThrowed. You know what I'm saying? And man, just stay tuned, man. I got another single coming out this month called Perceptions, produced by the homie G Money. Make sure y'all tapping in, man, for real, cause man, this Golly Hour series is finna get crazy, bro.
Yeah. And then when you got the singles playing and stuff, give me your like I say, I heard you give the the Instagram, but give them where like they can hear the music, all that type of stuff, man.
Oh shoot, man, you can hear the music, man, on every platform. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Man, I don't know if y'all into Deezer and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Google Play, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can tap into all that too. Amazon Music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? Just, hey man, run them screens up, bro.
Yeah. Man, y'all tap in. Man, this is gonna be one of our official gospel artists, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all tap in all the way. KThrowed, Instagram official KThrowed. Hey, KingKThrowed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, my bad, bro. So much my mind running with, like, it consuming so much, bro. But man, say, hey, that's enough talk for him.
It's enough talk, man.